Yo, it's your boy Straight Cash coming to you guys today with another video of those three flamers, WNBA edition. I know you like Cash, but you got a whole lineup in there, Cash, and I do. This is not a lineup that I, would say that you guys, go ahead, lock it in, this, that, and the third, and things like that. I would say, these are just some picks that I'm liking. I don't want to let you guys think like, hey man, this is a lineup Cash got in there. I mean, although the picks that I do have in there are definitely good plays, so you could run that lineup in like a one-off. I'm just so excited that we got like a 3-game slate instead of them raggedy 1-game slates. I mean, even though last night slate was definitely cracking, like I definitely cashed. The picks definitely did what they did and what they needed to do, but it was kind of scary there for a minute, man. I thought we was gonna go into overtime, but hey, it didn't. At the end, Chicago pulled away. Which I kind of knew that they were going to do. That's why I was picking on that squad so much. And Vandersloot, I think, definitely did outscore all of them. She just wasn't in the captain spot in my stuff. But that's here nor there, man. On to the night. Shout out to the new subscriber, by the way. You guys have been definitely rocking with me, man. We're that much closer to that 100 subscribers. I got a giveaway coming up once we hit that. You guys are definitely moving me closer. It's moving slow, but hey, man, slow grind is better than no grind, baby. With that being said, comment, like, subscribe, share this video as we continue to grow the Cash fam. Follow your boy on Twitter at Chester_native. I'm feeling generous tonight, man, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys all of the picks on the screen. You could do with it what you want, what you may. Christy Tolliver, I like her starting off. She's been balling out, man. She's been about a fantasy point per minute, if not over a fantasy point per minute player. And then if you look at her versus Indiana, she gets about anywhere from a 20 to that 32. She's been in a perfect lineup, for the last 2 years. I think this is going to be the third year where she gets in there. If you look at the DVP also, that G1 position pretty much does what they want to do to that position for its defense. Indiana is also giving up 29.7 fantasy points per game and giving up 4.9 assists, so 5 assists a game as well. If you look at her usage, they use 23.65, so she's pretty much, getting that, the good usage, and she averages 30.40 fantasy points per game. She averages 17 real life points and 5.2 assists, real life assists. She gets 31 minutes, and she impacts the game almost 10%, so definitely lock Miss Tolliver in. She's a good play. Next up, Miss DeWanna Bonner. Though Miss DeWanna Bonner has been doing her thing. If you look at the numbers, man, last 4 games, played 29, got you a 29, played 38, got you a 44, played 38, got you a 46, played 32, got you a 24. Was in a perfect lineup against Connecticut. If you look at her DVP versus Los Angeles, she's pretty much a fantasy point per minute player or over. She's been in 1 perfect lineup so far this year, 1 last year, and it goes back. And if you look at the DVP, Natasha Howard did what she wanted, and Derrica Hamby did what she wanted. Thornton, Charles, and Sykes is they didn't really get that many minutes, but 30 and up, definitely do what you want. They definitely do about a fantasy point per minute. Um, if you look at her usage, just sky high, man. 28.19. She averages about 34.90. So give her 35 fantasy points per game. She averages 18.2 real life points, 6.4 rebounds, 3.2 assists, 2 steals and blocks a game. She averages 34.3 minutes, almost 35 minutes, and she impacts the game 10.7%. With that said, Ms. DeWanna Bonner is a good play. Ms. Maria Vadiva, they've been trusting her a lot more lately, giving her a little bit more minutes. And Shanae might be out this game as well. She has an injury, so definitely keep your eye on that news. That's what I'm banking on if I'm going to play her, and that's what I'm banking on if I'm going to play Bonner as well, because Miss Tarazi might be coming back. And I think what happened was they played her. She felt good, but she didn't. I think she wanted to come back when she can play her full allotment minutes. So watch out for Miss Tarazi too, because they have her as a questionable tag. So if Miss Tarazi plays, then I'm gonna be off of Miss DeWanna Bonner, because she takes a lot of the usage away from Miss DeWanna Bonner. And watch out to see if Shanae plays, because if Shanae plays, then Miss Vadiva won't get the minutes that she needs. She's over a fantasy point per minute player. Last time she played Phoenix, both times she played Phoenix last year, she played 2 minutes, got you a 3, played 15 minutes, was in a perfect lineup, got you a 22. She gets 31.43 usage when she's in the game. She averages 4.4, almost 5 points, 2 rebounds, 0.6 assists, so probably 1 assist, 0.8 steal and block, so probably 1 of each. She averages about 8.2 minutes, and she impacts the game 5.6. Those go up a lot more because Miss Shanae Agumake is not, if she's not in the game. So definitely keep an eye out on that, but she's a good play. Miss Ariel Powers, man. Miss Ariel Powers, she's a fantasy point per minute player. She has a few games sprinkled in there where she does way over, but I must just give her a fantasy point per minute player. She's good for about 12 to 20, 10 to 20 points. Her usage is about 21.50. She impacts the game 6.0. She averages about 17.55 fantasy points. So I'll give her 18 fantasy points in 19 minutes a game, averaging 8.4 real life points, 4.2 rebounds, almost 2 assists, and 1 steal, 1 block in 19 minutes. So Miss Ariel Power, she's a good play today. Of course, Miss Deladon, I had to put the chalk in there. She's going to be the chalk, because she definitely is doing her thing, and she's doing it in a little bit of minutes. These are why all these other forwards in Washington, like Ariel Powers, Tiana Hawkins, and Miss Sanders, are getting minutes, because Deladon comes in and shuts stuff down from the beginning. Look at the last 4 games, man. 31 got you a 53, perfect lineup. 26 got you a 57. 27 got you a 29. 1, 2, 3, and 32 got you a 23. She's not playing 30 minutes barely, and she's scoring what she wants on any team. So, with that being said, you gotta lock her in. Against this team, she's way over a fantasy point per minute player. She's in a perfect lineup damn near every time she's goes up against this team. She played 35 minutes and got you a 59, 37 got you a 43, 32 got you a 40-4, 30 got you a 31, 26 got you a 43. You have to lock her in. And if you look, the DVP versus that center/forward position, that forward one is definitely, they do what they want to do down there. everybody is like a fantasy point per minute player against against this team for the as a forward. If you look at her usage is through the roof, man. She gets 27.45, almost 28% usage, and averaging only 28.9, almost 29 minutes. She averages 23.8 points, 7.4 rebounds, 2.4, almost 3 steals, steal and blocks, and she impacts the game 16%. With that being said, man, if it's ever a lock on this slate, that's Miss Deladon. Next up, Miss Ariki Ongwale. I got her name down pat, by the way. If you look at her, she's been balling, man. She's been doing so much on that court. Like, you wouldn't even believe how high her usage is. We'll get to it, but, like, she's good for anywhere from 20 to every now and then she could poke her head out for a 40 and, here and there. Against Seattle, she's a fantasy point per minute player. She got you 30 and got a 30, so... And if you look, that G1 definitely do what they want to do down there. McBride only got 17 minutes. Odyssey Sims, she's not a starter. She got 30 minutes and did 16.7. But if you look at her stats, she averages 15 real points per game, almost 4 assists, almost 2 blocks and steals, 33.1 minutes, so almost 34 minutes a game. She impacts the game 26.4. Her usage is 24.23. She averages 24.30 fantasy points per game. So she's, definitely doing her thing. With that being said, lock her in and, forget about it. Now, what I try to do is I look at what the optimizer gives me. And they gave me a lineup that pulled a 180. And they say should pull a 180. And that's just off of the points that they're projected. So if they do any better than that 180, then, that's definitely definitely a GPP takedown. What I try to do, like I told you guys before, is I try to beat this optimizer. Because I feel as though this optimizer, Line Star app, is the best optimizer applications, fantasy application in the game. So I try to beat what their optimizer gives me. So in other words, their optimizer gave me a 180. I try to go in and beat that 180. So far, I keep getting right to that 180 with different players. I'm going to beat that 180. With that being said, man, it's a lot of other good plays there. There's like Miss Brittany Griner, Miss Achanwa, it's a lot of other ones. A sleeper would be Miss Sophie Cunningham. They've been trusting her with a lot of good minutes. Definitely, Miss Tierra McCowan. It's a lot of, don't forget about NECA. It's a Lilani Mitchell. There's definitely a lot of other, players out there that you can pick. But those are the ones that I'm liking so far. So definitely, play around with your optimizer. Take some out, mess around with it. Like I said, this is not a lineup that I'm giving out or that I'm saying, play. I mean, if you want to throw it into, like, if you got like a quarter game or something you play, throw it in there if you want to. Like I said, they are all good plays. But I don't think it's going to take down anything. These are just players that I'm giving you that's going to match up. I felt generous. I figured I'd give you guys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flamers today. To help you out with lineup construction. Use your optimizer, follow your gut, do what you do. Do your own research as well. Like I said, I'm here to just put you in the right direction. I do have lineups 2 for $5. If you want them, send them through PayPal and put a little note with it. letting me know, hey, this is for the lineups. I will send them out to your PayPal email. With that being said, hopefully I see you guys in the green. Comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to share this video, share this video, share this video as we continue to grow the Cash fam. It's your boy Straight Cash signing out. Let's get this money. Keep cashing, DFS.